Okay, so we just got a Gitcoin grant, and we got money from that, and it will be paid out in DAI. Now, the payout will probably be either in Matic or um, Matic Chain or Ethereum. And when we get that on Friday, so tomorrow, we'll be able to hit claim, and this will be able to. So we hit claim, and then it will pop up the MetaMask that will require a signature and that sort of thing. From there, we would say, yes, we want to do this transaction. We want to claim that amount of DAI, either on Ethereum or Matic. And then once we claim that money, it will be in the wallet that we have connected. MetaMask is one of the preferred wallets within like decentralized world, just because of what is built up so far. Another one that's potential is Binance Wallet, but that isn't as good as MetaMask, in my opinion. So those are browser extensions that you just go MetaMask Wallet, MetaMask Wallet extension, and then you'd get this details and then install on Chrome or whatever browser you're using. From there, you have your money on your MetaMask, which is a decentralized wallet, but you're wanting to get it to US dollar or something like that. So you're wanting to get it into a fiat currency. You would go to a centralized exchange. Examples of centralized exchanges are Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance. There's many more centralized exchanges. You just have to find one that works within your country. And that can be done by Googling like centralized exchange for crypto in Uganda. And uh, here are the 6 best ones. Kraken is one that they recommend, as well as Binance. So once you set up your Binance or Kraken account, you would have your bank info tied to this account. So you'd be able to transfer from your cryptocurrency, whatever that cryptocurrency is, to your fiat currency. The way that you would do this is you would go to where you're holding the money on your wallet here, and then you'd click send, and your centralized exchange will have an address that you can send a currency like Matic to. Binance and Kraken have great tutorials as to how to receive funds, so you can look through those videos. But if you're wanting to get your money to be used with Panvala, what you'd do is you would have your money again in your MetaMask, but you'd want to transfer it to DAI. So if that money is not already in DAI, you can come to Uniswap, and Uniswap's on Polygon and Ethereum, and you can transfer from Matic to DAI. And you'd say, I want to transfer however much of this Matic and swap that. That would give you the amount of DAI needed to go and use on other exchanges and chains. So we're trying to get it to XDAI chain, which is now called Gnosis chain. And we would send that DAI through a bridge. So we have 2.39 DAI now on Polygon, and we're trying to get it to XDAI chain. So we have already allowed the permissions to use DAI on this bridge, and we're just going to say swap DAI and confirm that this transaction is what we're wanting to do. So we now have that confirmed. And this will take just a little bit, but this is bridging our money from the Polygon chain to the XDAI chain. And in a moment or two, we'll be able to sign this transaction to claim the money on the XDAI chain. From there, once we have that money, we'll be going to Uniswap or another decentralized exchange. And the token that we're trying to get is Panvala or Pan. And in order to get Panvala, we would need to copy this contract right here. And that can be done by just saying copy address. Then we come to our Honeyswap, and we're trying to put DAI for I need to transfer the network to XDAI chain. So XDAI is what it's recognizing now. And Panvala. So there's the Pan token. We'll come back to Xpollinate, make sure we're able to claim this transaction. It still and works there, but it will be able to claim momentarily. While we are waiting for that transaction to be able to be claimed, we can go to the Panvala website. So there's the Panvala website, and we say stake tokens. And we're trying to get the token staked on XDAI because that has a lot less gas fees than main Ethereum network. But this is not allowing us to continue on XDAI. So we'll just have to switch to Ethereum and connect wallet. Wallet's connected, and we are trying to stake on XDAI. Well, okay, so we're on XDAI, and we scroll down to the organization that we want to stake with. So here we're going to go to if I can find where Acorn is. There it is. So once we get our pan here, we'll be staking it here. Make sure we're, yep, okay. So we're going to sign to claim these funds. And once this is complete, we'll have that amount of DAI that we just transferred from Polygon onto XDAI chain, which we can then use to buy Panvala. And we'll be transferring through HoneySwap. So now we have that amount on XDAI of the amount we just transferred, 2.3. So XDAI uses DAI as its gas. Ethereum uses Ethereum. Matic uses Matic, etc. But XDAI uses XDAI. So we're wanting to reserve some of this DAI as being used for gas, which is this thing that's used to pay for transactions when they occur. So we'll only use 1.8 to buy PON. And that will give us 25 PON. We'll swap. So confirm swap. And momentarily we'll have that Panvala needed to stake on Panvala. Again, XDAI or Gnosis chain is recommended far over Ethereum at this point because Ethereum costs $55 per transaction or more just in gas. Whereas Panvala, that transaction right there, or HoneySwap, that transaction right there, and XDAI Gnosis chain, it costs like 0.0003 cents to do that transaction. So we go here and we're wanting to stake on Acorn. So we select Acorn and then we'll put in the info, even though it's optional, and stake tokens. Okay. Well, this is only allowing us to do staking on Ethereum. So we can come back over and say that we just did this transaction on Ethereum. So we were going from Polygon to Ethereum. We have DAI, and that's the token of choice here. And here we would have our Panvala in our wallet that we then stake. So it doesn't, it's non-custodial, so it's not affecting the tokens or the amount of ETH that you have by staking these PAN tokens. What it's doing is it's calculating how bought in your community is and how enthusiastic they are about your community supporting in this Panvala total treasury. So, for example, Common Stack has over a million PON staked at this point in time, which is 20.41% of the total. And based upon this, you'll be able to get rewarded in the total amount of PON that's available. And I'm not sure how much of that treasury is available for these, but they're taking daily snapshots beginning on January 14th of the amount of PON you have staked for your community. And this will be able to reward you for from that treasury. And you want to get as many people as you can staking with you so that you're able to participate in that treasury. So there's some more complicated mechanics behind Panvala, but it's allowing our communities, all these decentralized communities, Common Stack, Node, hashing it out, Gitcoin, etc., to grow together and share a collective treasury as decentralized organizations working in the work that we do. And Panvala is also used in Gitcoin. So they're used as like the matching funds for a Gitcoin grant. And for example, last time we used advocacy Polygon plus 5 more and GR12. Those were the matching pools that we were part of. And people were funding in DAI. But if they funded in PON, there'd be a matching pool in PON for these different organizations. Another thing that Pawn is part of is Giveth. And I don't know if your organization is part of this yet, but this is another way in which to start raising funds for your project in the decentralized world. And you can easily create a project, and this is like the steps needed to do that. You can see other projects here: Free the Food, Diamante, etc. Bloom Network, and they just came up with their own token system on this platform. So you can either donate to these projects and Giveth or Pawn. And again, if you interact with Pawn on Giveth, it will be helping in this funding. So you'd be able to do that, and you'd say, okay, I want to donate that amount Pawn, and then donate there. The tokenomics for Giveth or Give Economy right now is pretty cool, and it's rewarding people that give. So they have the Give token out now, and whenever you are giving on the Give token, your donation gets give backs, which when you have verified projects, just gives the person that's giving more Give tokens and allows them to carry their money further. Again, from Giveth, to get it to a fiat currency, which is usable for your organization, you would take out your money into your MetaMask and then go to the centralized exchange like Kraken or Binance. And there is where you would have your bank account set up so that you're able to withdraw it into fiat. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know as to what I should go over further, what needs more clarity. There's a ton of information right there. So I'm very understanding if that felt a little overwhelming, but that's why I wanted to record it so that people can come back to and sort of figure that out a little more.
Okay. It's like how long does it take for like after performing the transaction? Like how long does it take for us to get the money in our currency?
So after you get it to Binance, I think there might be a wait period of a week to get it into your currency. And that would, so it'd immediately show up on your Binance account. And then from there, you'd want to transfer it into your currency. And yeah, I think it's around a week to 2 weeks that that entire process would take.
Oh, it takes long.
Yeah, takes long.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. If you have any questions along the way, please don't hesitate to reach out. And yeah, um, I'll post this video so that you'll be able to have that as well to look back on.
All right.
Fantastic.